Every morning you crack an egg. It feels ordinary, almost routine. But what if that simple habit was the key to bringing back the strength, the confidence, and even the intimacy you thought was slipping away? Men over 50 everywhere are rediscovering their vitality, not with expensive pills, not with risky treatments, but with one tiny change at breakfast. And the results? Many start noticing them in as little as 30 days. Here's the truth. Turning 50 doesn't mean your best years are behind you. Sure, energy dips, recovery slows, and intimacy isn't as effortless as it once was, but decline isn't destiny. Your body still has everything it needs to produce hormones, to rebuild muscle, and to give you back that spark. It just needs the right fuel. And that's where your morning eggs come in. Eggs aren't just protein, they're nature's hormone food. And when you pair them with a few powerful additions, they turn into a natural, science-backed way to support testosterone and recharge your body from the inside out. Today, I'll walk you through exactly what to add, how to use it, and why thousands of men over 50 are already seeing the difference in their energy, their mood, and their performance. For decades, eggs have been misunderstood. Remember the headlines warning about cholesterol? Many men threw away the yolks, thinking they were protecting their hearts. But science has flipped that old belief on its head. Here's the truth. Cholesterol is not your enemy. In fact, it's the raw building block your body uses to produce testosterone, the hormone that fuels energy, muscle, confidence, and intimacy. Without cholesterol, there is no testosterone. That's why men who eat whole eggs often have better hormone levels than those who only eat egg whites. But that's just the beginning. Eggs are like a natural multivitamin for men over 50. Vitamin D3, not really a vitamin, but a hormone precursor. Most men over 50 are deficient, especially if they don't get daily sun. Adequate vitamin D is linked with higher testosterone. High-quality protein, rich in leucine, an amino acid that keeps muscle strong. And the more muscle you maintain, the more testosterone your body produces. Zinc and selenium, minerals essential for hormone production and sperm health. B vitamins support metabolism and energy, helping you stay active throughout the day. Think of eggs as the foundation. They give you all the raw materials your body needs. But here's the catch. As we age, the body's ability to convert those raw materials into active testosterone slows down. That's why the secret isn't just eating eggs. It's what you add to them that makes the difference. And that's what we'll dive into next. If eggs are the foundation, then garlic is the ignition switch. And not just any garlic, but it has to be fresh, raw, and prepared the right way. Here's why. Garlic contains a compound called allicin. But allicin doesn't exist inside the clove until you crush or chop it and let it sit for about 10 minutes. That waiting time is what activates the magic. And what does allicin do? Boosts testosterone. Studies show a 15 to 20% increase when garlic is consumed regularly. Reduces cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. High cortisol fights against testosterone. Garlic helps lower it, so your testosterone has room to rise. Improves nutrient absorption. Garlic enhances how your body uses the vitamins, minerals, and proteins from eggs. For men over 50, that combination is powerful. Better hormone balance, more stable energy, and even improvements in sleep and recovery. How to do it right. While your eggs are cooking, crush 2 cloves of fresh garlic with the flat side of a knife. Mince them finely. Let them rest on the counter for exactly 10 minutes. Set a timer. This part is crucial. When your eggs are done, turn off the heat and mix the garlic in. The residual warmth softens the flavor without destroying the allicin. Too strong? Try this gentler version. Mix minced garlic with extra virgin olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, and a pinch of sea salt. Let it sit 10 minutes, then drizzle it over your eggs. By the second week, once you've gotten comfortable with garlic, it's time to bring in another powerful ally, black seed oil, also known as black cumin seed oil. Why black seed oil helps hormones. Boosts testosterone. It contains a compound called thymoquinone, which studies show can increase testosterone by over 20% in just a few months. How to use it. Start small. 1 teaspoon of high-quality cold-pressed black seed oil. When to add, drizzle it over your eggs after cooking. Heat can damage its delicate compounds. Taste tip. It has a slightly bitter, peppery flavor. If that's too much at first, mix it with olive oil or lemon juice to mellow the taste. Some men even take it as a quick shot before breakfast. By week 3, it's time to add something that looks almost too simple to matter: Brazil nuts. Just 2 of these nuts a day can be a game changer for men over 50. Why Brazil nuts? Work richest source of selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral, but your body needs it in surprisingly high concentration inside the testicles to produce testosterone and healthy sperm. How much is enough? Just 2 nuts a day provide about 200 micrograms of selenium, the optimal daily dose. More is not better. Too much selenium can actually be toxic. That's why 2 is the magic number. How to add them to eggs. Crush or chop them and sprinkle over scrambled or fried eggs, or eat them whole on the side with your breakfast. Their subtle nutty flavor actually pairs well with eggs and garlic. By the 4th week, your breakfast is already transforming into a powerful hormone support meal. Now it's time to turn up the heat with 2 familiar spices, turmeric and black pepper. Why turmeric matters. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, famous for fighting inflammation. But here's the part most men don't know. Curcumin can increase testosterone levels. Why black pepper must be included. Curcumin on its own isn't absorbed well, but when you pair it with black pepper, the piperine inside increases absorption by up to 2,000%. Without black pepper, most of the curcumin would just pass through your system unused. How to use them. While cooking your eggs, add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder plus a generous pinch of black pepper. The eggs will turn golden yellow. Some men find that odd at first, but the flavor is earthy and warming. Want extra absorption? Mix turmeric, black pepper, and a little coconut oil into a paste, then add a teaspoon of that paste into your cooked eggs. By week 5, your breakfast is already packed with nutrients that support testosterone, energy, and overall vitality. Now comes the part that feels almost like dessert: raw honey paired with Ceylon cinnamon. Why cinnamon matters. Not all cinnamon is equal. The common cassia cinnamon in supermarkets contains high levels of coumarin, which isn't great in large doses. Instead, go for Ceylon cinnamon, true cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon can improve insulin sensitivity, keeping blood sugar stable, crucial for men over 50 who want to avoid belly fat and diabetes. Enhance blood flow, which supports energy, heart health, and yes, better circulation for intimacy. How to add them after cooking your eggs. Drizzle 1 teaspoon of raw honey mixed with 1/2 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon on top. The sweetness balances out the stronger flavors of garlic or black seed oil, making the whole meal more enjoyable. So here's the challenge I want to leave with you. Tomorrow morning, when you crack your eggs, don't just see them as breakfast. See them as the foundation of your vitality. Start simple. Add garlic. Next week, bring in Brazil nuts. Build step by step and give your body 90 days to respond.